Now, we must also put into consideration that the structure enough is used with negative sentences. Negative sentences. That's why if the condition is not fulfilled, we negate the helping verb and then we get the opposite of the given adjective. And then when we are writing our sentence using enough, we shall not again bring back the original negative in the sentence. Another one. Jane is young. She cannot go to school alone. Rewrite and use enough. Can I see a hand there? Jane is very young. Oh, Jane is young.
No, it's okay.
Full
I'm
stop.
streaming on
She
YouTube, so
cannot
don't
go
worry.
to school alone.
I'm streaming on YouTube, so now even if there is
Yes.
noise,
Somebody there? Yes, Onen, you're most welcome. Jane is very young. She cannot go to school alone. Rewrite and use enough. Somebody show up the hand and answer the question. Yes. Somebody answer the question. Jane is very young. She cannot go to school alone. Rewrite and use enough.
Kalangu.
Kalanzi, can you kindly mute
Kalangu.
yourself? You mute yourself so that you don't receive feedback, sir.
We are getting a lot of feedback and it is disturbing the flow of the information.
Yeah. The network.
Okay, that is correct.
Jen has raised her hand up. Can you allow her to speak?
Yeah, let us speak.
Jen, unmute and speak, please.
Jane, unmute and speak. Jane is very young. She cannot go to school alone. Rewrite and use it. Today, aren't there some participants? Last time we had so many.
Jen's hand is up. Maybe she's struggling to
Jane,
unmute.
unmute. Jane, unmute such that that candidate can talk to us. Unmute, Jane. You will see something like a microphone on your, just unmute it. Okay, anyone who is ready there? So we shall say, Jane is not. So we shall make the helping verb is a negative. Are we there? And then, because we said she's young, so we shall say she's not, or Jane is not old enough. Because we know people or children who are old enough are the ones that can go to school alone. So if Jane is very young, so she is not old enough to go to school alone. So those are the two circumstances under which we can use the structure enough. We can also use it in different tenses. For instance, something which is quantitative. Alice, you're most welcome. Something which is quantitative. Alice, you're most welcome. Fred, you had muted your mic and now it's back to where we started. Please keep it mute as we listen. Okay. For instance, please, Mr. Kalans, try to mute your mic so that we can listen to one another. The echo is not making us listen to one another very well. Are you there? Okay. If I can say, the mangoes were few. The mangoes were few. All children could not get them. Rewrite and use enough. What do you say? The mangoes were very few. All children could not get them. Rewrite and use enough. Can somebody put up the hand and speak? The mangoes were very few. All children could not get them. Rewrite and use enough. Were few. Full stop. All peoples could not. Anybody? My co-host, please try to help me look at the hands if they have been put up there, because I can't see them on my screen.
There is Jane. Jane's hand is still up. Macafero.
Yeah, Jane, unmute and speak. Okay, so we can say the mangoes weren't. The mangoes weren't or were not many enough for all children to get. So that is as far as enough is concerned. So we can use it in many ways. But what we need to understand with the structure is that if the condition is not going to be fulfilled, we get the negative of the helping verb and the opposite of the given adjective. And we will be able to rewrite the sentence. Shehan, you are most welcome. Now, we look at the next structure, which is the more interested. More interested. I hope you are able to see. More interested in than in. That is the structure. This structure takes two prepositions. Are we there? It takes two prepositions. The first the word interested. Yeah, okay. It's like we are back. Call this Savidi. Tell him to hurry.
You're still on.
Okay, you can hear me?
We can hear you.
All right. So if I use the structure more interested, I should have in mind that there are two prepositions that
Paul,
I shouldn't forget in my answer.
Paul,
And that is in after the word
Yes,
interested,
please.
Paul, I am
before
streaming on
the
YouTube.
action verb.
So make sure try to reach out to other people. I'm streaming. Those ones who can't watch, who can't join, they can watch on YouTube. I've shared the link.
Okay. So the first one is immediately after interested. And then it is before the first action verb. Are we there? The second one, which is the same, is after than. Because there is an idea of comparison. Sentence. If I say, I prefer, I prefer eating apples. I prefer eating apples to sipping soda. I prefer eating apples to sipping soda. I prefer eating apples to sipping soda. Now, you will have to ask yourself, how many action verbs do you have? The first action verb I have here is eating. Now, what do I eat? There must be an object. Are we there? So, I will eat the apples. What is the second action? The second action is sipping. What do I sip? I sip soda. Now, when we are using more interested, we look at the two actions and then we get to know your preference. So your preference comes first. So, according to this sentence, you will understand that my interest is into eating apples. Meaning, if you brought apples, I would eat apples and leave your soda. Now, how do we use the structure more interesting? This structure has a tip here. It goes with this preposition in. This preposition in will come before the first action verb. Then the object. Then we bit of the preposition. And then we bring in the second action verb and its object. So I will say, I am more interested in eating apples than in sipping soda. So you'll realize I have used preposition in twice, meaning of the two actions, I like the first one more than the second one. So the first one is my preference, and I can do the first one and neglect the second one. So I can give another example. Now that is when you have two different action verbs. So in the first one, I have eating and sipping. They are not the same. Now, you will come across sentences whereby you have the same action verb. For instance, I like eating apples more than eating mangoes. So I look at the two objects, apples, mangoes. What do I do to apples? I eat the apples. What do I do to the mangoes? I eat the mangoes. Now, if I am to use more interested, one thing that should be in your mind is that eating apples than in eating mangoes. So I have the same action verb, which is eating and eating. So you ask yourself, what do I do to apples? I eat them. How about mangoes? So will I play with the mangoes? No. I eat also the mangoes. But of the two objects, my interest is clearly on apples. 2. My preposition in before the first action verb should be repeated before the second action verb. You can also say the preposition in should be used after interested and the second one. And when you